I've been on a warpath with my quads for a few weeks now, hitting them hard, hitting them every 4 days for lots and lots of volume. Hack squat has been the tool. I've progressed it a fair bit now. I feel kind of comfortable, even though the machine still kind of feels off. It feels a lot more comfortable than it did. Today I was like, okay, let me try some front squats. I haven't tried front squats for quite some time. Let me try and see how that feels. I don't know why I stopped front squats. Ever since the AMRAP kind of period, I moved away from them. Earlier in the year, I had troubles with my elbows, or that was last year. And then in the early part of the year, I kind of worked that out, and it kind of stayed with me to take it easy on the front squats because of the elbows. Elbows, benching a lot and front squatting a lot tends to do something to my elbows. But they've been good. They've been good for quite some time. So I thought today was the day to hit him up again, since I'm chasing these quads with all my might. They felt good. Front squats felt good. I was very pleased how it felt. Kind of gave me the vibes that hack squats give me. It's really strange. Obviously, it's a lot of quads. But yeah, I kind of felt good front squatting today. So much so that I hit 180 on it. After not front squatting, I don't even know how long. It's probably been 6 months, man. And if I've done it somewhere there, it was never, more than one session or something like that. I don't know. The point is, I haven't done front squats in a while, and I come back on day one after a long break, and I hit 180. So I think it's obvious what I'm doing with these quads is translating well to the front squats at least. But the one negative thing about all of this is that my hip flexors are freaking screaming, man. Absolutely screaming. My anterior pelvic tilt is getting worse and worse with every passing hack squat session. I've been stretching like a madman. I don't know if some of you guys have seen that little towel on the platform and all around me, really. I am stretching the hip flexors, the quads between every set. I'll get on the knee, the kneeling kind of quad slash hip flexor stretch. I'm stretching. But because I'm doing so much volume through the quads, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I am 4 or 5 months pregnant. My guts are spilling out forward, and it's impacting my digestion as well. So I'm eating a lot. And I'm around 100 kilos now, 101 kilos. So I've gotten back all the way, but my guts are spilling out. My quads are so tight. I'm stretching. I've been through this period in my 10 years of training with weights. And, the more I stretch, the more I freaking don't get anywhere, it seems. I don't know what it is about me and my stretching. I'll do it often, do it at home, do it before sleep. But because I'm hitting the quads so much and I'm squatting every damn day, the hip flexors are just so jacked up, so much. Today, you'll see it on the. Actually, I caught myself watching myself on the hack squat, and I'm like, oh my god, look at my guts, man. The hell is that? It looks like I'm 6 months pregnant. It looks like I've got a lot of fat there, but when I pinch myself, it's not a lot of fat. Yeah, sure, it's a bit of fat, whatever, but it's not that much fat that I've got a beer gut. It's the anterior pelvic tilt. My hip flexors are so jacked up. I'm walking around with my butt out and my guts out. So I'm stretching a lot, but I'm not really getting anywhere. So I've been having some ideas about how to approach that. I know PNF stretching is the best. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, PNF. It's where you hold the stretch and then you contract the muscle being stretched at the end range. So I don't know if I can rig up something with a kettlebell when I'm lying on the bench, and I just kind of do like straight leg raises one at a time, and I try and stretch out the quad as well as flex it, or the hip flexors as well. But I don't know, like if other people, when they hit quads hard, they experience the same thing. Maybe it's the fact that I'm also lifting heavy weights every day and squatting every day. So it's squatting every day, and then it's doing a lot of volume few times a week, and it seems like it's a lot, and the quads are not being treated too well with the stretching. But I need to do something about it, because I know when I really let go of the hip flexors and I just don't do anything about it, and I put a lot of volume in squatting. I don't quite understand the mechanics behind it, but my hip pain starts to bother me. I don't have hip pain at the moment. When I really, really smash my quads, I do feel a little bit of hip discomfort, but it's not pain like I used to feel back in the day. It doesn't limit me squatting. You saw I hit 180 on the front squat today, so that's a really good sign that I'm feeling good. And surprisingly, this hip flexor stretch that I do on the knee makes me feel amazing. But then I get up out of it and I walk around and I feel like the hip flexors go back within a couple of minutes. And so I need to continuously stretch it. It kind of makes sense, right? Because I'm continuously working the quads. So then I need to continuously also stretch the quads. I just wish there was an exercise, CC squats, if there was an exercise where I can just train the quads in a lengthened position. CC squats is one. What is that exercise when you are kneeling on the ground and you go backwards, kind of like a reverse Nordic? The Nordic curl is very tough. Reverse Nordics, I played around for a little bit, and it was making my hip pain worse because it's like loaded and it's end range. So maybe I need to start doing that. I'm really, really thinking that this static stretching that I'm doing it's okay, but it's so short-lived. Maybe I need to do something where, like a reverse Nordic. I want to do that. Maybe I'll do that. Part of like my warm-up routine, to just let the quads release under tension, not passively release. This seems to be a problem that I've had for freaking decades, man. Ever since I've known for myself, I've always had this like butt out, belly out thing. And I remember during like the basketball days, the boys on my team used to say, man, you go with some washboard abs, right? And I never used to kind of like train my abs. And I think it's because the anterior pelvic tilt, man. Because my abs are always having to work hard to hold on to dear life. The back is so overpowering. The anterior pelvic tilt, the hip flexor is so overpowering that my abs always need to kind of contract just to freaking move. And so like I've got well developed, like I have a six pack, like I feel it. It's quite a lot of tissue there. But they're always like super overstretched. I remember thinking about, you need glutes, you need like, the lower cross syndrome thing. Somebody said the other day that it's all a myth and it's not really nothing. It's nothing. It's just like the whole method of thinking is wrong. But all I know is that the quads are tight and I have an anterior pelvic tilt. So what causes that? Well, there's short tissue and there's long tissue. So I need to release the short tissue and I need to strengthen the long tissue. Okay, so is my glutes weak? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I'm pretty good with the hamstrings as well, like with all the good morning stuff that I'm able to do. So like, what's going on? Like, I just need to stretch. So then in that case, stretch away, but you need to find a better stretch. And I think this PNF stretching with the reverse Nordics is probably the way to go. It's probably the way to go. I remember last time I did it, I felt like my knees were going to blow out. I could probably regress it a little bit to make it a little bit nicer. Maybe hold, a band or something to allow me to feel easier at the bottom. But that kind of stretch, I remember Tom Platz, there's videos of him on the net, man, being able to do a reverse Nordic. Just imagine the reverse Nordic, but he's lying flat on his back with his legs behind him. So he's lying flat on his back and his quads are just so long, his hip flexors are so long, and his back is not too extended. So it's kind of like, man, those are some strong and freaking long quads. I need to get me some of those, man. I need to start stretching them better, not just the kneeling quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. I gotta do something, man. Appreciate you guys like always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.